Hi all, welcome to Shane Shed. Today I've had, well actually not today but just over the weekend, I've had the worst failure that any Australian car owner can have. That's right, the air conditioner stopped working. So obviously air conditioner repair is not something that I, one, have the equipment for, two, the skills, and in Australia I'm sure there's a legal requirement for this sort of stuff as well, so I definitely don't have that. What I can show you is what I've found so far with my IED tool, just in regards to fault codes, indications, and yeah, we'll just run through that. So while I'm in here, I'll just run through the IED faults that I've found. So I just obviously connect to my tool via Bluetooth. Now, first thing I'm going to go to is the fault. So we'll continue to read fault. This just basically does a scan through of all the ECUs and basically pulls up any log fault codes. So because it's the AC system, the particular section I want is down below the ventilation. Now, this is the fault that I've come across. It's a B1B78-84 2F. It's a system pressure bus signal message failure, and the important thing here is signal is below allowable range, and you know, system pressure signals below allowable range. So my first indications of this fault code is there any gas in the system? So let's go into the live values. We'll go into our quick list. We'll go into the ventilation. Now in here we've got straight off the bat air conditioning system pressure PSI. So we'll have a look at that one. Now I have done previously the compressor motor current. This is handy for the compressors kicking in and whatnot, I believe. So, but in the time being, we'll just leave it as the air conditioning system pressure, and look, we got 0. The other day, previously when I just checked when this fault first come up, so obviously I'm going through this for the purpose of the video, but when this first came up it was 3.6 psi, so that's obviously dropped a bit now. And if I start the car and turn the AC on, that probably won't change. Cold. So that lack of pressure lends me to believe that for some reason I've either had a slow leak or a sudden leak of the refrigerant in the air conditioning system. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to have a look around all the lines I can, see if there's any obvious leaks, because all the compressor lines have oil in them, so there may be a bit of an oil leak, especially if it's something that's dumped pretty quickly. If I find anything, I'll show you
the next day.
It's been a day since I shot the last section of video, and I've had the car looked at by auto electrician, so they're here in Australia, they're generally the go-to guys for air conditioners, strangely enough, but they're all the ones with all the gear and the licenses and all that crap. Hasn't found anything in particular, so that's a good sign. There's no potential, failed pipes or anything like that, so it all seems to be running good. I just thought I'd quickly revisit the live data, and just we can have a look at what that pressure is supposed to be with a good system. So first off, let's just clear these fault codes. So I'll wait for that to load up. So obviously go back to that ventilation, so that one there is still there, so let's clear that out of the way. And that's that done. Now we'll go to our live values, back to our quick list again, ventilation, and we'll have a look at the air conditioning system pressure. and we'll have a look at the motor compressor current. So if we have a look at that, we can see already now we've got a much greater pressure in that high pressure. So let's start the car up and see what that does. I might shut the door to keep some noise out. And we'll turn it on. As you see, so that's obviously cranking the pressure up now. Compressor current's nice and steady. Obviously pressurising. I'll see how far that goes, and we'll just let it stabilise. And
12 seconds later.
Alright guys, so what we just see there, basically as the refrigerant all just venting out. Now I've had a chat with the Friggy there that's done the work. Obviously they can't see where that's vented from. I mean, it's a really tight area, just where that compressor is, so it looks like it was venting from around the AC compressor area. Now one theory that I've got at the moment, and probably the way that vented, I think, is what's going on. On top of the compressor there's a little relief valve. If that is the relief valve, then there's no way of getting that out without pulling the whole compressor out anyway. At this stage I'm thinking it's probably more beneficial to, if I'm pulling that compressor out, just to throw a new one in anyway. I mean, it's 400,000 Ks on that compressor, so yeah, it is what it is, isn't it? This just shows that things don't always go right, especially when you're dealing with older high mileage cars. So I guess I got to go order some parts and figure out how I'm going to do this. It's not really a job I'm looking forward to at all. It's probably, out of all the jobs I've done on the Disco, this is probably going to be the one I'm looking forward to the least. I mean, it looks tight in there. I mean, the Land Rover instructions say you've got to basically unbolt all the power steering pump. It's just no access down there. It's going to be a nightmare. I mean, obviously first I'm going to try and get my own eyeballs in there and see where that leak was coming from, but we'll see how we go. So anyway, if you enjoyed this content, give me a thumbs up, throw a comment below, like and subscribe, all that stuff, and I'll see you on the next one.